William, Prince of Wales, turning 44. And, less than 24 hours after blowing out candles, back on stage sharing what actually helps him sleep at night. On June 21st, 2026, William turned 44, a birthday that landed on the same date as Father's Day that year. Kensington Palace didn't schedule any grand public celebration. Instead, the Prince of Wales spent the weekend surrounded by family and well-wishers across the UK, keeping things relatively low-key for a man who remains one of the most consistently popular members of the entire royal family. Political turbulence was swirling around Westminster that same weekend, with Prime Minister Keir Starmer's resignation dominating headlines. But William, by every account, didn't skip a beat. By Monday morning, he was straight back to work. That Monday, June 22nd, William hosted the United for Wildlife Business Forum in London as part of London Climate Action Week. And this time, he wasn't doing it alone. Joining him on stage were Emma Watson and Benedict Cumberbatch, alongside broadcaster June Sarpong, for a public conversation about the natural world and what William called our shared responsibility to protect it. United for Wildlife's official Instagram account captured the moment, describing it as a conversation between the Prince, Sarpong, and the two actors about humanity's collective duty toward the planet. Watson, globally known for playing Hermione Granger, has spent years building a public profile well beyond acting. She became a UN Women Goodwill Ambassador back in 2014, helped launch the He for She campaign, and has increasingly stepped back from major film roles in favor of activism and academic work, including a philosophy doctorate at Oxford. During the panel, she made a point that stuck with audiences. The fashion industry, she noted, actually produces more emissions than aviation, making it the second most polluting industry in the world after oil, a detail she called both alarming and, in her words, exciting, because it means real impact is possible in a space she genuinely loves. She also shared a lighter moment from the day, recounting a time she spotted paparazzi trailing her with telephoto lenses and sent someone to distract them so she could slip out a side door. A small, human anecdote in the middle of an otherwise serious afternoon about environmental crime. The business forum wasn't just a celebrity photo opportunity. It marked a genuinely significant moment for the initiative William founded back in 2013. United for Wildlife has grown into the world's largest business coalition, tackling illegal wildlife trade and environmental crime, now spanning more than 300 partners. At this particular forum, some of the world's biggest technology and e-commerce companies, Amazon, Google, Meta, TikTok, Alibaba, eBay, Etsy, Pinterest, and Weibo among them, committed for the first time to jointly combat wildlife trafficking listings across their platforms. Cryptocurrency firms including PayPal, Tether, Chainalysis, and Circle pledged to track and disrupt the financial flows behind the trade, working directly alongside law enforcement, while telecom operators Vodafone, Vodacom, and Safaricom committed to using AI technology to help identify related money laundering. The illegal wildlife trade, organizers noted, is worth up to $23 billion a year globally, one of the largest criminal enterprises on the planet. During the same appearance, William offered a rare, personal reflection on why he keeps returning to this work. Asked what helps him manage the weight of everything he's trying to address, he pointed to the Earthshot Prize, the environmental award he founded in 2020, inspired by President John F. Kennedy's 1960s moonshot ambition. Since its launch, Earthshot has identified more than 5,600 emerging environmental innovations from 156 countries. Evidence, William suggested, that genuine solutions to the planet's biggest problems already exist and are actively being built, even if they haven't yet reached the scale the crisis demands. The next Earthshot ceremony is set for Mumbai later in 2026. The Business Forum was only part of a broader stretch of climate-focused engagements. Court circular records show William also attended a separate United for Wildlife event at Frameless in London that same week, taking part in a panel marking the 10th anniversary of the Buckingham Palace Declaration, the original 2016 agreement between transport companies working to shut down smuggling routes used for illegal wildlife trafficking. It's the kind of unglamorous, policy-level work that rarely makes headlines on its own, but forms the actual backbone of what United for Wildlife has been built to do since 2013. Turn 44, take a quiet family weekend, then spend the very next working day sharing a stage with a Harry Potter star, a Marvel actor, and some of the largest tech and finance companies on Earth, all in service of a cause with real, measurable outcomes rather than just good intentions. It's an odd kind of birthday encore, but it's become a fairly reliable pattern for William. Wherever the headlines settle days later, the actual work, coalition building, corporate pledges, 10-year policy anniversaries, was already underway the moment the candles went out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more royal updates.